The message at 2:17 a.m. The rain had been falling since midnight, tapping against the windows like impatient fingers. Daniel sat alone in the living room, staring at the soft glow of his phone screen. The clock on the wall read 2:17 a.m. His wife, Maya, was asleep upstairs. Or at least she was supposed to be. Daniel rubbed his eyes and sighed. He had tried to sleep, but something had been bothering him for weeks. Little things. Strange things. Maya used to leave her phone anywhere in the house. On the kitchen counter. On the couch. Sometimes even in the bathroom. But recently, it never left her hand. Passwords appeared. Late-night texting. Random work meetings. And tonight, something felt wrong. Earlier that evening, Maya had come home late again. She gave him a quick smile, kissed his cheek, and said the same thing she always said. Sorry, work was crazy today. Daniel had nodded, pretending to believe her, but when she went upstairs to shower, her phone buzzed on the kitchen table. Just once. He hadn't planned to look. He really hadn't. But curiosity is a quiet kind of poison. He walked over slowly and glanced down. One message. From someone named Ryan. The preview read, I can't stop thinking about tonight. Daniel felt his stomach twist. He didn't open the phone. He couldn't. Instead, he walked away and sat in the living room waiting. Now it was 2:17 a.m., and he still hadn't slept. Upstairs, he heard the bedroom door creak open. Footsteps. Maya slowly walked down the stairs, surprised to see him awake. Daniel? Why are you still up? Her voice sounded calm. Too calm. I couldn't sleep, he said quietly. She walked into the living room, wrapping her arms around herself. Did something happen? Daniel looked at her for a long moment. 10 years of marriage stood silently between them. 10 years of memories. Trips, arguments, laughter, dreams. Finally, he asked a question that had been haunting him. Who's Ryan? The color drained from Maya's face. For a second, she didn't speak. Then she forced a small laugh. Ryan? He's just a co-worker. Daniel nodded slowly. Yeah, I figured you'd say that. Maya shifted uncomfortably. Why are you asking about him? Daniel stood up and walked to the kitchen table. He picked up her phone and held it out. This message came earlier. Maya's eyes widened. Silence filled the room. Outside, thunder rolled across the sky. She took a slow breath. It's not what you think. Daniel let out a bitter laugh. That's the oldest line in the world. I mean it, she said quickly. You're misunderstanding. Then help me understand. Maya looked down at the floor. Her voice softened. It just happened. Daniel felt something inside him crack. Things don't just happen, Maya. She finally looked up, tears forming in her eyes. I didn't plan it. Did you love him? Daniel asked quietly. The question hung in the air like smoke. Maya hesitated. And that hesitation was all the answer Daniel needed. He looked away. For a moment, neither of them spoke. Finally, Maya whispered, I never meant to hurt you. Daniel shook his head slowly. That's the strange thing about betrayal, he said. Nobody ever means to do it. Rain continued to fall against the windows. Maya wiped her eyes. I was lonely, she said. You were always working, always tired. We barely talked anymore. Daniel frowned. So the solution was to find someone else? No, she said quickly. It wasn't supposed to go that far. But it did. She nodded weakly. Yes. Daniel walked to the window and stared out into the dark street. After a moment, he asked quietly, How long? Maya's voice was barely audible. 3 months. Daniel closed his eyes. 3 months. 90 days of lies. 90 days of late meetings. 90 days of pretending everything was normal. He turned back toward her. Are you still seeing him? Maya didn't answer right away. That silence felt louder than any confession. Finally, she whispered, I don't know. Daniel laughed softly, but there was no humor in it. That might be the most honest thing you've said tonight. Tears rolled down Maya's face. I don't want to lose you. Daniel looked at her carefully. You should have thought about that before. Another long silence filled the house. The rain began to slow. The storm outside was ending. But the one inside their marriage had only just begun. Maya took a step forward. Can we fix this? Daniel stared at her for a long time. The woman he loved. The woman who broke him. Finally, he spoke. I honestly don't know. And for the first time that night, Maya realized something terrifying. The real damage of betrayal isn't anger. It's doubt. Because once trust is broken, even love starts to feel like question. And some questions never find answers.